This is your friend Ike, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
And we are wrestling with AEW Full Gear preview. It's next Saturday. Those Saturday paid previews, damn it. I don't believe everything's been announced yet, but we'll go with what they got already. We got Darby Allin versus MJF.
Did you say Darby Allin?
Yes, Darby Allin with Stang versus MJF. Don't know what else I could do with that. That hasn't already been done.
And of course, you can't forget that X-Pac will be in Darby Allin's corner as well. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Charlie. He just looks like X.
Who wins the match, Scooter?
Full Gear, and you get your internet capped. MJF.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo versus Ray Felix versus FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Hardwood, the best porn star names in the business today, with Tully Blanchard.
First of all, Penta El Zero Miedo. And Ray Phoenix. Not Felix, not the cat.
Isn't he just, oh my god, I can't remember the other guy's name.
Phoenix?
No,
Kalisto?
Kalisto. Yeah, Kalisto.
Kalisto Yachts. I mean, I find it hilarious that the Lucha Bros are the AEW Tag Team Champions and FTR are the AAA
Yeah,
Tag Team Champions.
they're champions of car insurance.
I'm betting that watch Arn Anderson interfere and help the Lucha Bros win.
With his Glock?
No, he's moved up to the AK.
Damn. 10-man tag team Minneapolis street fight. The Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, J.K. Gore, Sammy Guevara, Santana Ortiz versus Men of the Year, Ian Page, Scorpio Sky, and American Top Team, Andrade Arlovsky, Dan Lambert, and Junior Dos Santos. Will Junior Dos Santos become Senor Dos Santos?
Or will he become Junior Trace Santos?
Junior Cuatro Santos?
Junior Cinco Santos. Junior Seis Santos. I believe my feelings about this can be summed up by that hit song that's just rising up the charts.
You know, we could all sing along to your song, but none of us knows the words to I'm a fat-faced dipshit, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yes. He's a fat-faced dipshit, yeah, yeah, yeah. Inner Circle wins.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD with Jamie Hayter, and Rebo, not Rebel, versus Tay Conte with Anna J.
The winner is Adam Cole's alimony settlement.
My good problem with this was there was absolutely no build up to it whatsoever.
Yeah, there's more build towards. Honestly, this should have probably been Thunder Rosa.
Um,
Uh, and I think they wasted Abaddon too.
I mean, Abaddon is basically the Delirious of of AEW. They just use her for the Halloween special and just put her back in
U-
her closet.
using Abaddon with abandon.
Huh?
Using Abaddon without abandon, or with Abaddon without Abaddon abandon. Yeah, Britt retains clearly.
Bryan Danielson versus Miro.
Oh boy, the match that nobody wanted to see at the WWE.
Well, in their defense, it was supposed to be Jon Moxley.
I mean, I would have rather seen Bryan Danielson versus Orange Cassidy, quite honestly,
I would have too.
because
Should I have been?
I would almost guarantee you that Danielson would probably push hard for Cassidy to go over on him.
Do you really feel that way? Because it seems like Danielson has been more self-indulgent in AEW than he was in WWE.
It's true, but at the same time, he knows that he doesn't really have to obtain the same levels of success that he was fighting for in the WWE. So he can just really go with the flow and just. Bryan Danielson probably is in the best situation of power in all of AEW. More than CM Punk.
Because he was WWE most recently?
Because he's had all that success in the WWE. Does he want success? Does he really want success in AEW? Yeah, sure. But he realizes he doesn't have to go for it, immediately.
What are you talking about? They put him against Kenny Omega in his first match.
Yes, and they made it a time limit draw.
Because you don't want to beat your champion and you don't want to beat the guy that just came into your company.
Oh, I haven't laughed like that since I was a little girl. Thank you. Put it this way: Danielson will win, but he's gonna be like, "Why? You don't need me to win."
So you think this is just AEW pushing him because they need more exposure?
Yes, they need. They want a lot more buzz, and they do that by pushing by thinking that they're remedying the WWE's past mistakes.
I mean, Daniel Bryan was already champion. If you want to put, if you want to correct a WWE mistake, put fucking Malachi Black in there.
That's my point. What this was a perfect opportunity for a Bryan Danielson Orange Cassidy match, which quite honestly interests me way more than a Bryan Danielson Miro match. And at least there's a chance of Orange Cassidy going over.
Well, let's go to what it was originally supposed to be: Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson.
It would have still been Danielson.
No, but I mean, would have that been more interesting than Miro?
Yes.
I mean, we've seen Daniel Bryan versus Dean Ambrose.
Did we? Well,
I feel we did.
mm,
We must have.
I mean, they didn't really collide one-on-one.
Maybe not in a
Not in
rivalry,
WWE.
but I do kind of feel like they must have had a singles match somewhere in their life.
Okay, there was a Bryan Ambrose match, one on Raw and one on twice on Raw, once on SmackDown.
There you go. So we've seen this match before.
No, because
They have different names.
And Ambrose wasn't, Moxley wasn't the titty master he was then.
True. Not technically announced yet, but I feel like we're going there. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Do you see that actually happening?
I would not be surprised if this ends up being a segment instead of an actual match, and they're like, "Oh, tune into Dynamite, only on Turner Classic Movies."
Hosted by that guy that I can't remember his name right now. I feel like
Billionaire.
his name is Scott. I can't remember. If we do see CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston, is there even a shred of chance Eddie Kingston wins?
The question is, will there be enough oxygen for the fans in the first 10 rows?
Well, I know we're kind of glossy. We kind of covered already this Bryan Danielson Miro match. Miro replacing Marxley. CM Punk said that he wanted to take that role against Orange Cassidy, which honestly would have been a fantastic fucking match. And you could have actually had Eddie Kingston do some shenanigans in that match that gave Orange Cassidy the win
Yeah.
that didn't necessarily hurt CM Punk. And I mean, losing to Orange Cassidy wouldn't have hurt CM Punk to begin with if it was clean. But then again, I digress.
Yeah, I mean that's why Eddie Kingston is doing this in the first place, I guess. Yeah. Because he thinks it's a slight at Mox.
Is that so?
I mean that's what I'm assuming, given it's the in perceived slight that Mox isn't being respected because CM Punk thinks he can walk in and take that spot. It's some bullshit or behind that.
Alright. And that brings us to the main event. Hangman Paichi versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Who wins?
Well, let's see, Minoru Suzuki? No,
Which won that match?
Rio? No, Nyla Bro? No, You know,
Side note. Do you think we'll get a Nyla Rose versus Nia Jax match in AEW?
Nyla Jax. Yeah.
I mean, we have 10 people named Paige and Cage. It's not that surprising.
And how many people named John and Adam?
And John spelled Jon, yeah.
And how many people named I mean, what's Nyla Jax doing in All Elite Wrestling? I wouldn't be surprised if they try to bring in Nia Jax and they do a thing where they're trying to convince us that Nia Jax is actually a man, even though Nia Jax is the most beautiful superstar to ever step in a ring. That's right. I like them curvy. Where were I?
Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega.
See, I think the ship may have sailed on this. And I was somebody who was saying, but then again, it was probably also very obvious that it should be Hangman to be the one to defeat Kenny and put an end to the Elite. But that's not happening now.
That's what I was going to say. Does taking the belt off Kenny kill the Elite?
It should. It absolutely should.
I mean, we could always do. We're in November. Those 5-on-5 matches that we love so much. Dark Order versus the Elite Lucha Disbands match.
Blood and butts. I mean, blood and guts. The thing is, Kenny's not losing that belt now. And that's gonna be the biggest. That is the biggest red flag here. Because Kenny, and this goes back to me really believing now that the Elite are truly elitist assholes who put themselves in a position of power just so they can have the book. The fact that the Lucha Bros have the tag team titles are an attempt to be like, no, we're giving everybody a fair shot. That's complete and utter bullcrap. No, nobody is getting a fair shot. Not with Kenny and the Bucks having the book.
Well, let me reverse this on you. Does Hangman Page want the belt? I mean, the best place to pull that trigger was at All Out. I have nothing bad to say about Adam Page pulling out of that match. He was having a son, and he wanted to be there for that. So that was the reason he pulled out. And obviously, the champion has to be on the road more than he is at home. So does Adam Page want the belt? And if I don't want to say if you're Tony Khan, you hear that from Adam Page. I would rather be home with my child than with that belt, winning that belt. maybe lose some confidence in putting a belt on him.
I wouldn't be surprised if they set up Page to where it looks like he's going to win, and then his anger takes over, and he just wants to beat the ever loving crap out of Kenny.
So you say that this could end with a smallest finish, the essentially the Lex Luger Yokozuna SummerSlam type thing.
Or even I'm thinking Sean Vader.
Hmm. It's hard to kind of figure it out because if Hangman Page doesn't do it, then who does? Who beats Kenny? It kind of seems like they're going to with that Bryan Danielson. Would it be wise to put the belt on Danielson at this point?
I think somebody might just have to, call the and I don't want to say this because you're gonna make a friggin' Mike Rotundo joke. Call the IRS and say Kenny Omega hasn't been paying his taxes. The only way Kenny Omega is gonna lose that belt is if he gets arrested.
Big Boss Man?
I don't know. Can zombies make citizens arrests?
I mean, the person that they should put the belt on is Malachi Black, but I digress. So, Kenny Omega for the win for you?
Yeah.
I'm holding out hope. Hangman Page.
Well, you can hold hope in one hand and your dick in the other. And see which one you're still holding on to at the end of this match.
And that will conclude our coverage of AEW Full Gear. We'll have the full review in 2 weeks because by the time we record our next episode, it still won't happen. So yeah. But we will have a review of New Japan Destruction Tour. So yeah. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Join us this Wednesday as we interview Alexia Nicole. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling with E for all your wrestling with entertainment news, happenings, interviews, everything, etc., etc. Of course, the links will be in the description of the link tree description. The link tree link will be in the description of the video below. There, I got that. Of course, all of this is sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. The best way to support us is to support our sponsors, so please check them out. You can follow me at JamesJ993. You can find Kaliko or his captors at I am Kaliko, and where can they find Scooter?
You can always find me taking your mother out for a night on the town. But if you want to find me on social media, it's at Scooter Dust on Twitter. Of course, the remix coming to you live from a secret brand new location for Survivor Series 2021. That's on November 21st. And of course, there's join me along with Rico Cosentino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan. Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
Well, Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Big Black Cock.
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.